Hey y'all, for this video I have a casual Tophia to rant live where she talks about squid. Anyways, enjoy the video.
That time, people were asking her, was she outside? And she said, yeah, I'm right outside. And then they said, prove it. And she took a picture of his car.
Yeah, actually, I showed that to the police too. And we're not talking about squid. We're talking about someone else.
And somebody sent it to me.
So there's multiple proof that she proved she was doxing us. And it's literally proved that people now know where Squid works because Squid was the one who went out there who literally made that video that didn't have to make that video. And she made that video because she thought she was gonna get money as she flopped. Her views have drastically went down. She hasn't had a video that hit 1 million views in a long time. Mind you, none of my videos that are going viral are because of Squid. There's only a few. The rest of the videos that have 700,000 views, a lot of them have nothing to do with Squid. Over 100,000 views. She only had one video hit 1.7 million only because people didn't want to have to deal with the election. People they wanted to escape. This election affects everybody's life, but you would rather care about a homeless person in a car and a housemaid that doesn't know how to clean rooms correctly drama than you would your own life that's about to be affected, your own health care that's about to be affected. How you're not going to be able to afford gas prices, but you're so invested saying, wow, thank you for this. This really took our mind off of the election. Like, it is, I'm not even gonna go there with that one. It's so stupid. That's why Trump's in office, because none of y'all care. None of y'all cared about who was going to get into office. You didn't want to see a black woman in office. Half of America their biases towards seeing a black woman in office. Their racism was showing. Their colorism was showing. They were literally masculinizing her, saying that they don't believe that she, they don't believe she's black. They were saying that she looks like a man. They were doing all of this stuff. But and it really shows how much you guys care about people and you care about how minorities were going to be affected. Like, you're more concerned about a housemaid or a housekeeper rather than you are like giving freaking stories because they're making money. That's Albuquerque. I had a lot of crazy stories in Albuquerque, I could tell you guys. A lot. There was a lady that went into the bathroom, trigger warning, she got stabbed and was in the bathroom cleaning up, saying that someone stabbed her in the alley. Me and my friend were in the bathroom and we had to tell her, like, go to the hospital because, that's Albuquerque. It's crazy for you. She acts like she's the only person that has crazy stories coming out of Albuquerque. Like, I could give you lots of crazy stories. There was a guy my friend told me at the movie theater, and I told you guys this. He went at it 100 miles per hour. I'm trying to keep it PG-13. He got right in front of the movie theater, pulled his pants down, started, this guy walks across the street, holds his phone over this guy, starts filming that. Mind you, in public, there's a bus station, because that's the public bus station. It's not uncommon for people to be doing that in public. Squid is prettier than me. No, actually, Squid looks like she smokes 30 packs of Marlboros a day. I mean, I would be chain smoking too if I was that stressed. If my job was that bad. Imagine coming on the internet and complaining how hard your job is. If you don't like your job, then quit. What do you think people on the internet's gonna do? If I came and I had a job and I complained about it, people would be like, we don't care. But other people could come complain about their jobs, then quit. Being a housekeeper is so hard. It is so hard to clean rooms. Like, you don't even know the stuff that I have to deal with the dirty
them because they will sell.
Like, it took me 2 days to clean this room. Mind you, oh wow, like I'm not even gonna tell the office that I had to go back and clean it. I'm just gonna make these videos and lie on my co-workers and say they're the ones that are watching people's shit on the sidewalk, even though I know that's not true. They didn't use the restroom on the sidewalk, but I wanted to make up fairy tale stories.
It must be real nice for the maid to claim that she's cleaning the rooms when all she's doing is making videos.
Let me throw ice on the sidewalk so someone could slip and be like, tee hee hee. Let me film at my job without even checking to see their. Do you guys not check their internet policies? That's just my question. Do you guys not check the policies, their policies of whether or not you're allowed to film on your job? You know you could get fired for that. Like, it is so crazy to me that literally the sidewalk, everyone said squid sauce. Now all of a sudden she changed her story and said her coworker sauce. So now why are people still going with that story knowing that she lied? You literally all sat here trying to tell us that squid sauce and that squid literally in the restroom on the sidewalk, but then all of a sudden tried to lie on her coworkers and say, oh, I didn't see them, my coworkers did. And I know her coworkers, one of the housekeepers doesn't like us. There's another housekeeper that was being rude. Two of them literally wouldn't even say anything on social media because one of them doesn't even know that I have social media. The other one does, and she's not rude. And for her to say that lady was not trying to be rude to them, she was lying to them. Like, she was just trying to be nice to them. First of all, you need to quit lying before your co-workers turn around and try to, you're gonna lose your job because they ain't gonna lose their job. Why are you bringing them into your social media beef? Why you don't even, like, they don't even know you're talking about them online, to people that harass people, to people that find out where they work. Their job to save your job when they're gonna turn against you and you're gonna lose your job. I would suggest you leave people out of it. That's why I don't mention names. That's why I never mention names. That's why I never said anything about the person who was nice to us in the office. That's why I literally said I'm not going to what was it? That I'm literally not going to mention, or because they wanted me to help them get followers, and I said I can't do that because people get harassed. You literally lied and then had the nerve to tell people that you didn't see us, your coworkers did. Okay, but you said you saw us. You lied and then tried to change your story. Now what is it? And first of all, if your coworker saw us, then you're literally, you just jeopardized their job by saying your coworkers are not doing their job, they're watching people outside. You just literally said how that place is being run. You're literally just telling people that they're not doing their literally telling your employer, hey, these coworkers ain't doing their, like, what? Why would you throw someone under the bus to save your job? Because someone brought it up and literally said something about me doxing Squid, and I got frustrated because I'm sick and tired of them saying I dox Squid, or I'm behind that dumb account that is literally a guy named Steve. I don't know who Steve is, but Steve is someone from Squid's past that is harassing Squid, and you know, that is harassing Squid and is attacking Squid, dox Squid's full house, And because Squid showed their whole house, the inside, to prove that they were not hoarders. But people did say that it's a little cluttered, and she said that it's not trash or anything that's cluttering. I don't know. Anyway, she tried to prove that her house was not hoarders, because I said her house looks like it is hoarders. Like, there's a lot of stuff in her house. And then she went and showed her whole house to prove that it literally wasn't cluttered. Like, if you know someone is harassing you, if you know someone is after you, why would you show your whole house knowing that you have someone in real life where you live? Why would you then turn around and show your house only for them to dox your whole house under a fake account, using mine and your situation to dox you? I got dragged because of Steve. And the only thing you could do, mind you, Squid already acknowledged that was none of us. She literally already acknowledged that we're not behind the account, because she said it wasn't us, it was Steve. There's literally a whole comment, but people still tried to say it was me after she deleted a whole video. She took down a whole video where it was saying Brother Chew is behind the account, because she thought maybe if she deleted the video that the comments would just stop accusing us, when she needs to make a video and say we're not behind that account. And she has yet to do so. You need to go. You need to go and say, hey, these people are not behind this account. Stop. You won't do that. No, Steve is someone who's harassing her. Who's harassing Squid. I don't know who Steve is. Steve is a guy that's harassing her from her past. And they're using my situation and her situation, and they doxed her full house, and saying that she can't pay her rent, and literally showed people that she also has an eviction for not being able to pay, and I didn't know, because I didn't know about the account till someone sent me the account, and they sent me where they posted she does have an eviction. That's why she stays with her cousin, because the reason why she stays with her cousin is because she can't get anywhere else to live, because she has an eviction, meaning that she herself cannot rent a place because of the fact that you know, because of an eviction you can't rent anywhere. So the only place she could rent is with her cousin. I'm not being in other people's business. First of all, her business was put out there by Steve, the person harassing her. And maybe instead of using my situation to make money, maybe she should worry about clearing her name instead of worrying about me. Why is it that you don't ever go to these people and tell them to mind their business, but you tell me to mind my business when it is my business? She was talking about me. That's why I'm talking about Squid. You're saying mind my business, it is my business. She went online and talked about me. She lied. She told people that they had to throw away our mattresses because we pissed on it, which we didn't. That was a lie. She tried to tell people that we got evicted for our room being dirty, when our room was not, when that's not why we got evicted. We got evicted because they had rent issues. They put us on a do not rent because of our rent issues. The lady in the front office told us that. She said, if I could, I would have you guys back. Let's be for real. Okay, I'm not gonna be lied on and have someone tell the internet I'm a dog, and then people try to say that's not racism. That's not what it is. But if it was a darker skinned black woman that called a dog, oh, everybody would be raising hell and telling the internet that I'm supposed to be trained like a dog and go to the restroom and not on the sidewalk, when I literally said that I had a bathroom I can go to there and that I wasn't going on the sidewalk. But yet I'm supposed to mind my business when I get referred to as an animal and I'm treated like I'm not human. and I'm supposed to not feel some type of way. I'm a human being with feelings. I'm not a dog. Okay? Like, it's so frustrating that she can say whatever she wants, and she could openly admit that she's using my situation to make money off of me, and she already made $300 off of a black person because she called them a dog. And I have another black large content creator saying, well, that's not racism, when clearly she called me a dog. She called me a dog and said that I was not trained.
You have it on for nothing.
I gotta charge my phone.
Oh, okay. You want me to turn it back on?
Yeah. It is so crazy to me that I'm not allowed to say anything, that I'm not allowed to speak up, that, well, I'm not a dog, so why would I have to be trained at all? That's weird. And I wish people would stop calling me a dog. I'm not a dog, I'm a human being. Your mom may be a dog, but not me. Your family might be a pack of dogs, but not me. I do not want to be considered an animal. I'm not an animal. Like, it is so dehumanizing. Like, I'm just so sick of it. You guys would be enraged if anyone called your family members dogs. It's just so dehumanizing.
It's just so amazing to me that they want to call me a bad mother, but yet their mothers raised them to call you dogs. Anybody. They don't have respect for anybody.
And then to have the nerve to lie to Adult Protective Services and say, had the nerve to lie to them, and they came and didn't see anything wrong, and then had the police harass me and my family, not once but twice, and say, good luck, bitch, and has the nerve to tell me I called the police because you were gonna call the police on me. No, you called the police on a black person because you're racist, and then you're over here dancing around your whole house as if you didn't call the police on a black person, and we got harassed at 12 a.m. and told that if we didn't move our car, it was gonna be towed, and how people were celebrating that, and literally we would have had to stand out in the cold while we try to recover our stuff, our clothes that we needed, all of our belongings, all of the food that we had to eat would have went, because you want to be an asshole and say, oh, there's a suspicious car parked on the road. And then the police saying that they have a right to call the police and say it's suspicious, even though it's not a suspicious car. And the people that work there didn't even care, because how is it that a lady at a thrift store cares more about us than that housekeeper that cleans rooms for a living should worry about cleaning rooms and maybe get another job instead of trying to make money on social media? But you know what's funny? It's okay for her to say that she wants to make money on social media, and no one tells her to go get another job instead of trying to use people to make money off of them. That's crazy.
And then with Adult Protective Services, they came and they asked me if I was okay. I said, yeah, I'm sorry, we just got put out of there. They were more concerned about me having been put out than they was the reason she reported it. And then,
but she's trying to make it her main source of income.
Yeah, and then
Mom, I'm talking.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. She's trying to make it her main source of income because she did say that she got back into the creator fund. She's using my situation to make money. Trust me, when she makes enough money, she will quit her job, because it's implied that she was never posting about how she hates her job until recently. because she's trying to hope that you guys will help her make money so she can quit her job. It's implied. I don't know why me with a learning disability can tell what she's doing and you can't. You can't. And something that she didn't say, it came out of her mouth. She literally said she already made $300. She's trying to make social media her main source of income so she can quit her job because she does not like working as a housekeeper. If she's coming online telling you how hard it is, if she's telling you guys she got back into the creator fund, why did anyone need to know that? If she's telling you to engage with videos that are over 1 minute, telling you guys to interact with the videos, that is someone who is trying to make social media their job. She also asked what kind of content you guys want her to post, because anybody who is a content creator, including me, because I'm a content creator, I know you don't ask people what kind of content they want to audience if you weren't trying to make social media your main source of income. Let's be for real. You're not trying to focus on content if you wasn't trying to make content, if you wasn't trying to make making videos for free. Let's use our noggins here. Anytime you are trying to curate or make content geared towards people, right? You are literally here asking people, what kind of content do you guys want to see? That's because you want to have this as your job. You see exactly how successful people are. You tried to use my situation and it failed. You dropped drastically in views and nobody cares now because you're not talking about me. Nobody cares. Now that you're not talking about me, you got mad because people told you right to your face in your comment sections that you flopped because you're not talking about me, and you said you don't care, which you wouldn't respond to comments if you didn't care, telling people you didn't care. If you didn't care, you wouldn't say I don't care. Sometimes I do that and say I don't care, and then I realize if I really didn't care, I wouldn't respond. If she really didn't care, she wouldn't be responding to comments that are literally calling her out for using my situation to make money. She wouldn't put cookie emojis saying, here, have a cookie. She wouldn't be attacking people. She would just ignore them and move on if she really didn't care. She's trying to save her image for the simple fact that she knows that her social media career started off on a bad start. How are you going to use someone who's living out of a car and act like you're threatened by them and call the police, and nobody says she wasted police resources for somebody who's just sitting in a car, chilling, minding their own business, trying to get a place? And you're literally threatened by somebody, so you call the police and waste police resources to literally have them harassed by police, all because they're just minding their business, and yet wants to act like she's the one being threatened and harassed when she put my family's business out there by saying what car we have, so hopefully people could show up and harass us out of that spot, when literally no matter how many people show up, it's not going to get an unmovable car to move unless we have a part to move it. I don't know why this chick thinks that it's okay to literally weaponize the police, to weaponize adult protective services, and think that it is okay to start weaponizing these people and then dance around her house as if she didn't call the police on black people and no one cares. And her aunt literally has racist dolls in her house. She makes jokes about it like it's so tee-hee. There is nothing funny about your aunt's decorations, that you make jokes on behalf of black people, again using black people to make money off of them.
And for her to say she called Adult Protective Services because she was concerned. To
be evicted, because someone said she caused you to be evicted. There was no reason for her. There was no reason for her to hold herself accountable for what happened. All of a sudden she's doxxed and it's my fault. But yeah, she chose to make that video. There's no accountability on her end. No one tells her she has to hold herself accountable. Where's the people saying she needs to hold herself accountable for making that video in the first place? Did I ask her to make that video? No. I didn't dox her house. I didn't even dox where she worked because people already knew where I lived. She did that herself. And yet, you don't hold her accountable. No one told her to say some TikToker. People already knew who it was. You stated something that was in my Insta story and people know. Are you dumb? They look at my Insta story. They're gonna know who you're talking about because people sent me that video. I didn't even know. I woke up to someone saying that my housekeeper made a video on me and am I okay? I got more than multiple people reaching out to me asking me if I was okay. Here you are making a video, not taking accountability, and you still haven't made a video saying, hey guys, they're not the reason I got doxxed. Hey guys, you're letting people lie and say that I doxxed where you worked when I got doxxed where I lived. People wasn't calling the office, leaving reviews because someone doxxed me, and you're sitting here letting people lie on me and having people run with this lie, and you won't tell the truth. You would rather victimize yourself as a white person in America, and you're the victim. But you call police on minorities, mind you, not my mom, but me and my brother, who's a minority, literally to be harassed by police at 12 a.m. in the morning while we're trying to sleep, while you sleep peacefully in a house and you're dancing around, but no one literally, I can't even say that's racism because to people that's not racism, but I'm so sick and tired of it. When people say, you called the police on your dad, and I just so sick of it. And I just so sick of it, all because of what?
It was a video. She said, I know people hate me. This is what you do when people hate you. And then she or threats.
She didn't get death threats.
She got threats though. She got threats though.
After her doxed her house, that was Steve. And literally she was antagonizing Steve in that video to cause him to do what he did. She antagonized him. You're dancing around saying, I know people hate me, and then you brought it upon yourself. No accountability whatsoever. I don't go and antagonize someone who threatens me. I even tell my mom, you gotta stop antagonizing. You gotta stop responding certain ways on your station head and stop doing things because these little antagonizing moments are not going to help the situation. It's antagonizing. I don't antagonize anybody. I defend myself. There's a difference between defending yourself and antagonizing people. She antagonized Steve. And where is anyone going to tell her to hold herself accountable for what she caused herself? Everybody else's problems when their life gets ruined is my fault, even though I had nothing to do with her life being ruined. I had nothing to do with her being doxxed. And it's crazy to me that when she screws herself up, it's my fault. She's a grown adult that knew not to post a video. She has free will. No one forced her or held her hand and told her to make that stupid ass video. No one said, hey, make this video. No one forced her at gunpoint to make this video. And somehow, when something goes wrong in her life, it's my fault. Even though it's some weirdo that's after her named Steve. And I'm in the middle of it because I don't know if Steve might start with me. All because she don't keep her drama to herself. And keep me out of her drama. And now I'm somehow in the mix between her and Steve. And now I don't even know how dangerous this dude is. Well, clearly Steve is using my situation because I was mentioned literally under that post, and and he's using the situation to harass me. You don't know that. You don't know if Steve's not interested in harassing me or not. You can't say that. My mind, I always have to save myself and be safe. Better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. I can't sit here and not think like that. I have to. And it's all Squidd's fault that never has to take accountability for anything. You don't see the other housekeeper going online making videos, do you? You don't see the other employees making videos. They know that they're not supposed to. They know what's professional and what's not. And what Squidd did was unprofessional for her work. And watch, if she was to get fired for posting those videos, if her employer was to say, well, our policies state that you're not allowed to do this, it would have been my fault. And people will start blaming me, saying, oh, you got her fired, so let's go help her. Let's go help her make social media a job for her. Let's make her lots of money. Even though she's the one who caused herself to be fired, y'all would still be sitting here literally blaming me if she lost her job. It wouldn't have been my fault if she lost her job. I didn't tell her to make a video. You know, okay, let's do this analogy. There's a girl right now who wanted to be a flight attendant, and she applied to be a flight attendant. She went online, made a video. Basically it was a knowing that she needed her passport, because they tell you beforehand everything you need to bring to the interview. She said that the way she was treated by them was unprofessional. They messaged her back saying all the social media stuff you posted online, we will no longer be hiring you anymore. Even if you try, they say if you try to fill out an application again, you will not be considered to be hired because of what you posted online. And she said, I was only posting once and that was it. Or I was only applying once. I wasn't going to apply again. I already told them that. So for them to leave again, why? I already said I was only applying once and that was it. So it's her fault. She should have never made a video. You have to look up your employer's rules before you start posting videos. That's like me. If I worked a job and I was filming at my job and I was doing all of this and I didn't read my employer's rules and I got fired, I can't come to the internet and blame the internet and say it's your fault because I posted online. No, it's your fault because you posted online. No one told you to post online. It's your fault. These people don't understand that their employers have certain rules. Certain rules and regulations to things. You can't sit here and blame anyone but yourself. Well, it's not a horrible analogy because the reason why they said they wasn't going to hire that girl back for being a flight attendant was because of something she posted online. It's not a horrible analogy because you're responsible for what you do. You have free will and you know the consequences of your actions. We all have free will. If I wanted to go rob a bank, I could. If I wanted to go steal from Walmart, I could. If I wanted to take something from Target, I could. If I wanted to break into someone's house and steal their TV, I could. But understand that I know I have free will, but it comes with consequences to my actions. What comes with stealing? Going to jail, doing time for your crime, which is why I don't do stuff like that. I choose not to do it because I don't want to risk my freedom. I know that what comes with doing stuff like that brings me jail time. And people should know when they insert themselves in things they should have never inserted themselves in, consequences for their actions. But yet, they don't have to hold themselves accountable for anything
like
they did.
She put herself in a position to get herself fired.
And somehow it's my fault. Even though lots of people already told me I have a court case, including people that we have talked to, you know, that lives here. People that we're friends with that have said, you guys have a case. You need to get a lawyer and sue. I have lots of witnesses. Even the lady that worked there before, there's proof. Because the lady that worked there before knows we didn't damage that room. With the damages she tried to say, the hole in the wall was already there. The bathroom torn up, the door torn up in the bathroom was already like that. The lights coming off the hinges were already like that. We didn't do that. And the lady in the office knows because she entered our room to help us when we were trying to unload our groceries, because they delivered to the wrong room. So they let us borrow the laundry cart to carry all of our stuff down the elevator to our room. And she saw our room and she was shaking her head because she couldn't believe we got this room. But it was the only room they had left, the last room. And when we got in there, it smelled of smoke. And she even told us to air out the room. So I have a witness that used to work there that there's proof that we didn't damage the room.
And the top of the stove was, they didn't. No, thank you.
The stove that she tried to show was dirty was not from us. It was already dirty. When we got the stove, it was, I don't know, somehow it was working, but it wasn't.
The stove was clean. What she showed was those silver things that get black when you cook. You can't help that and you can't scrape it.
No, it was dirty when we got the stove. It wasn't clean.
Yeah, but I cleaned it, remember. I always kept it clean so we could cook.
Yeah, but still, there was still stuff from the last people.
She was showing
She showed the hole in the wall.
Yeah, by the stove where it's burnt.
She showed, what else did she show? She showed the floor
that had a hole.
Which that was already there. The lights that were falling off over the beds, that was already broken.
We were afraid to turn those on.
We literally walked into smoke. Our room smelled of smoke. Whoever was there had just got thrown out. When we got in there, we went to heat up stuff in the microwave, and there was food in our microwave. They left food in the microwave. There was like big pieces of crumbs. Didn't wipe it down. Mind you, our room was dirty. It was not clean. The carpets were dirty. The whole beds were dirty. The undercovers, like, you know, the covers to the mattresses were black marks on it. Black spots on the bed that I had to sleep on was dirty. It was dirty.
The only reason we slept
from the last people.
A clean bed is because we had the bed sheets.
Yeah, but my bed, when I uncovered the sheets, I saw it was brown, black marks from the last people because it was dirty. And I took pictures. I literally took pictures of everything. So if they try to say that we damaged it, I have proof that we didn't damage it. And even the lady that used to work in the office, that's enough proof because she knows we didn't damage that.
And besides that, if people want to see what the place is like, go to the comments. Everybody's saying the same thing we said.
The reviews. There's one person that said exactly the same exact thing that happened to them happened to us. They got a dirty room that smelled of smoke, that they tried to take their money, steal their money. One person got a room that was dirty. They tried to request a refund. They got half of their money back. There's so much reviews. Well, okay, so you want to know why we stayed in that room? It was either that or stay in the car. So what would you choose? Would you choose a damaged room or would you choose a car?
And they wouldn't have gave us another room.
I already said that. That was the last room.
Yeah.
They couldn't give us another room.
But even if they got one and we asked for it, they wouldn't have gave it to us.
They would have.
Oh, well, I don't know.
They would have had to. But I think they would have tried to talk us into staying in that room because they know nobody would have wanted it.
And the reason that they're booked, I believe, was it was around Balloon Fiesta time.
I didn't poop my pants. And you know what's so crazy is that people are like, well, why did you stay in it? Because that was the only place we had. We didn't have anywhere else to rent. It was either that or go to the car. And obviously I'm not going to sleep in a car. I would rather have a roof over my head than sleep over a car. Like, hello? Why would you stay anywhere? I heard of people staying in places that, you know, in houses that are bad, that have mold and things in it, because, you know, that's all they have. They're not going to pressure, because they know if they speak up and say something, they'll be kicked from their place. It happens to a lot of people. They endure things because they don't have anywhere else to go. Like, doesn't make sense. Some of you guys literally need to use your brain skills. I'm not gonna put my family in the streets and say, hey, this room is damaged, guys. Let's go live in the car because we don't have a room.
I would have told you, you go live in the car. I'll stay in this room.
Yeah. My brother wouldn't go live in a car if we have a room. Why not just take it? Well, first of all, it's common sense. If there's only one room left and you had to sleep out of your car, would you choose that? Or would you choose the room? Like,
well, it shows you we chose.
obviously, if you're saying all three of us in a car at one time, you don't hear three people, you hear two.
He showed. It shows we chose the room over a car.
Obviously, there's not three people in a car. In a car. Well, I'm glad you have a roof over your head, Jasmine. It's so nice that you live, that you have a roof over your head, that you're so not classist by telling people that you have a roof over your head that don't have one.
They're bragging.
It's classism.
Yeah, they probably have a roof over their head, but they can't afford to eat. Or they don't have a car because they can't afford it.
It's classism because telling someone... You're literally, that's like telling a dark-skinned black woman that you have more than what she has. And I'm not...
I usually don't do commentary, but what she just said is honestly one of the most ridiculous things I have ever heard. That is a horrible analogy, and it seems like she is trying to call dark-skinned black women poor. Also, she really needs to stop bringing up black people in her lives because we all know she isn't one and pretends to be one simply so she can call any white person who comes for her racist. Anyways, back to the video.
Saying I'm a dark-skinned black woman, it's classist because you're literally saying, I have more than you. I could have literally, with all the money I could have saved, if it didn't have to go to bills, I could have literally had a down payment on a house.
Seriously, I'll ask you. Yeah, you have a roof over your head. Do you own it?
No, they don't own it. They don't have anything in their name. Actually,
no, I'm asking her because if she thinks paying rent is whoop-de-doo, she's full of it.
We own all the car. We own all the cars. I mean, we own the car that we are in.
Yeah,
most people can't say that.
The other cars that we used to have too.
And we also have insurance paid. And my phone bill's actually paid. While living in a car. Huh. Thank you for subscribing. But did I say ascribing? It sounded like I said ascribing. Thank you for subscribing.
Plus where we eat.
Yeah. Yeah. Burn jelly.
Chips, cookies, snacks. Notice I don't cough. I have my hard candy.
Anyways, I gotta go soon because I say I gotta post videos and I really have to post these videos, but then it gets too late, so I'm I'm gonna have to go post videos, and I'm gonna have to. You own a house? I could literally get a loan right now once I build my credit and get a house if I wanted to. Like like you act like owning a house is easy. Like, or not easy. You act like owning a house is like I can own a house. My parents were renting to own a house a long time ago. Like, what are we doing? Anyways, guys, I gotta go because I got important things I gotta do than argue about owning houses. Because why are we arguing about owning a house when there's thousands of people that don't even have the means to own a house? Like, there are lots of people who are homeless, and here we are arguing about owning a house when there's children who literally sleep in tents on the side of the street while you say you own a house. That's good for you, but do you donate to homeless people? Do you care about people? Because I'm sick and tired of people saying that I don't care. Like earlier in a live stream, they were like, you don't really care. I care a lot about what happens to people. I care a lot. And if I had money, if I didn't need this social media money, I would be donating it to homeless people. You can't say you do anything to help anybody. None of you guys have any rights to speak about helping people when you don't help nobody but yourself. If I didn't need this money from social media, it would go right to helping the homeless people. Well, probably lay down, but I have stuff I have to post, so I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Have a good day or night. Stay safe, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye, guys. Bye-bye. Stay safe. Bye-bye.